out here on the range. Got some news that's going to make the followers sad and the haters happy. So I've been shooting the premieres today, and you guys know that I've been trying to get them to shoot great over 1,000 feet per second, and I've proven that it can be done, but there's just too many variables to keep them doing consistently. I shot 300 shots amazingly this morning. Not this morning, this afternoon. Since then, that was on my stock 580cc bottle, and since then I just can't get him to shoot awesome. The conditions changed, the humidity went way up, storm came through, and just couldn't get him to group. I can get it in patches, but I can't get it consistently. And the problem is if I'm gonna use these cheap pellets to train with, it's cutting into training time now. I've spent like 3-4 range days, which I don't get that many of, just trying to tune them. And just when I think I get there, I get a half a day where they're awesome. And like this morning, or not this morning, but when I first got here, I was shooting them between 1,000 and 1,050, and they were just zeroed out. It was amazing. And then storm came, changed bottles, blah blah blah, and then they were just shotgunning all over the place. Still almost like silhouette accurate, but not. When you go from like 1/2 to 3/4 inch grooves at like all distances, and then you go to getting misses probably out to like 2 1/4 inch grooves, it just sucks. And so click the power wheel down and put the premieres back between 970 and 980, and just whack 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 whack. And I'm actually practicing now, so it pains me. There's just, like I said, there's just too many variables to get them to be consistent. And, you know, I don't have enough money to buy 4 580cc bottles. I bring my spare tank up here. I've been switching between my 300 and my 580 and got them to shoot a little bit more consistent. But I also found out when I screwed on my 7 more camera troubles. Sometimes I feel like it's a complete fucking waste of my time to try and record stuff because it never works. So I don't know where the camera cut off, but what happened is I put my 700cc bottle on the damn it, he ran in the bush. I put my 700cc bottle on there, and it's bumping my moderator, I think, even with the tensioner system on, the carbon tensioner. And so I just can't get things consistently. I think once I get a regulator that works on there, will make a big difference. Is I can't fill my bottles over 250 and get this thing to perform consistently. It was shooting SDs of 1 and 2 when I first got here, and now it's at 5 with an extreme spread of 21 on my last 30 shot. But that was at the lower velocities, which it's been more consistent at. It hasn't been consistent at the higher velocities. So once I put the Huma reg in this thing, if that works at the 250 bar fills on all the bottles, then maybe I'll do that. But there's a chance I'm putting a first stage regulator back in this thing. I know that there's a lot of hate around those things. I don't hate them. My Maverick shoots spreads that are just 1 and 2 all the time, and it's not even tuned well. I don't even do anything with that. This gun just has the single stage in it, right? I want to run the 300 bar bottles so I have more air. It's dramatically more air, and I want it. So I'm thinking about putting a first stage regulator in this thing and doing just what FX used to do, just putting a 30 bar difference. Because when my bottle is, I'm shooting 140 on my reg right now. When my bottle's between 200 and 150, this thing's spot on. When I put a new bottle on, things change, POIs change. And so I'm really starting to see patterns in this and how finicky this air gun stuff is. And people probably shit on the impact and stuff for this, but it's not that. There's too many variables. And so when you have conditions that change a lot, like I have here, extreme heat and extreme cold, it's almost cold here now. It's probably 60 degrees. And when I got here, it was like 81 and 90% humidity. Now it's effectively 100% humidity because it's raining. And it's whatever, 60 degrees. The gun is physically cold. And that's just, an hour's difference in time. there's just too many variables. And so with the Premiers, I think I'm just going to train with them in this 970, 980 range because they do real well there. That said, the FX pellets, which would probably be the ones that I would compete with, they have been more accurate for me. They've been still doing well above 1,000 feet per second, like really, really well. I might practice with those and keep those above that 1,000 range because they've been doing well. And I don't know, it's because the skirt does have more Bell or Diablo shape to it, that they're stabilizing better. But they've done really well so far, and I'm sticking to that. But the Premiers, I'm kind of getting tired of futzing with them. They were doing amazing, and then they weren't. I just need something that's going to be more consistent. 970 is still pretty good. It's not 850, and so I can actually get to training with them a little bit. So as you've probably noticed, my scope cam footage is getting a little bit better. I've got the side shit working better. I really wanted to like side shot. I'm not so much. I know a lot of guys use them and they work really well. I've got the phone one. I'm not super impressed with it, but I've got it working. I added some gaskets and all this stuff to it. And anyway, I've done a lot of crap to like make it transmit light better and focus better. I contacted them to buy GoPro Hero 3 because I have a couple of those laying around. So that I could hook it up so that I can use the GoPro like all the kind of pro guys use and stuff, and the YouTube shooters. And never heard back from them, so I don't know. I'm sorry, their customer service has been kind of shit. It's not like Huma Airs. I get killer service from there. I know they're a much bigger company, but just kind of tired of dealing with it. I'm a very lenient, relaxed guy, and I've been in customer service and retail and all this sales and stuff for 30 years, effectively. And I don't know, if someone's not meeting the need, I just go elsewhere. Today we have we'll call it the little tree thing here at 50, Mr. Squirrel's at 55, and those are 61. And then back down here, I probably can't find it, it's hidden in the dark a little bit. Oh, there it is. It's all blurry probably because my parallax is off. That's 25. So I've been hosing on these things just fine at 700 or 970 to 980 with the Premiers. So that's what they should be shooting. I'm going to start a new string here so we can see what the standard deviation is. Let's throw one on to Mr. Squirrel here real quick, see where it's at.
900.
A little low. A little low and slow. That's the first shot. It'll probably be fine. We are back to showing 139 bar now, 140. There we go. There's the recovery. Got about 170 bar on my reg, and so there we go. We can hose. So we got the four different distances really. 970 to 980 feet per second.
972, 973, 900. 973, 977, 977.
Didn't realize how much hold I was going to need to do on that. So I was just shooting those and they were zeroed out. So well, the humidity went up, but so that standard deviation was 8.8, 36 spread, average 975. Let's start a new string.
900, 92, 900, 68,
A little high now.
73, 900, 81, 978, 977, 980, 982, 986.
So instead of screwing with regulators all the time, if I was actually practicing, I would know how to hold better. And that's where I'm getting to it. That's where I'm getting kind of just fed up with tuning shit. And I'm just ready to start shooting because I'm not a shitty shooter. I'm a good shooter. And all you've seen on this channel is shit shooting. And that's just me tinkering around. So yeah, so I'm just going to shoot these Premiers somewhere around here, get used to them. Just tired of futzing around with it unless the regulator changes things. Just super tempted to order a first stage reg right now to just so I don't have to deal with it anymore. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm just throwing money at stuff so that it'll make it work. I didn't want to do that. This is a working man's channel. I have, you know, a little bit of money saved up here and there. I've been working a bunch of overtime and everything. I can kind of sort of afford to do it since I'm not riding motorcycles. But I wanted this to be kind of a working man's channel and not just like some dude that just throws thousands of dollars at freaking guns and oh, amazing, they shoot amazing. Yeah, no shit. I threw thousands of dollars at stuff. But I guess that's kind of where we got to go. Another rich man sport, which is what seems like all of them are. I guess if you don't want a rich man sport, you get into basketball or something. I ordered a scope, 1x6. That's going to be my close range hunting scope, and I might use it as this like speed silhouette stuff. But I mostly got it kind of for hunting stuff. Anyway, that's where I'm at. Let's shoot some more. Still recording. Let's put one on here nice and slow.
977. 977.
Now I got some sort of POI shift again.
978. 981.
Alright, we're shooting that.
980.
Shooting all over the place. Fuck this. Not recording anymore. Sorry guys. Frustrated with it. I'm a pretty happy-go-lucky guy, but this is really starting to piss me off. These things always shoot like a laser here. They were before I turned the camera off. I just did 3 rounds of painting on those things. Shot another probably 300 rounds. And everything was shooting great, which is why I lowered them. And now these things aren't even shooting well. It's just fucking aggravating.
976. 900. 981. 973.
You start pissing me off, I start shooting better and start shooting faster. That's when I get pissed off at matches is when I start shooting the best. Get me under pressure,
900.
and I start shooting better. Probably can't hear it in the camera, but it has a real muffled sound because I have the valve turned in so much, so that the first shot's not super slow. Anyway, it shoots pretty decent there most of the time if I'm not trying to record, but every time I try and record, it's like a complete freaking waste of my time. And there's other things too. This the camera mounted to the gun, I probably shouldn't do. These things are so harmonically finicky. I'm not so convinced that the camera on the side of the gun isn't screwing things up. Changing bottle sizes isn't screwing things up. I've been running the chronograph on the end of the barrel, and I've had some really good accuracy with that, so I pretty much just leave it in the same spot all the time. But when I put my 700 bottles on, sometimes I have to push it forward too so that it'll clear. And I'm pretty convinced that that probably changes stuff too. Yeah, air guns are pretty frustrating. Doesn't quite like this in the other guns, but I really enjoy shooting them. It's fun. I can do it where I live. I have this beautiful piece of property that my friends let me use, and I'm very, very grateful that I'm able to do this and have fun. As a perfectionist and somebody who knows what he can do and knows his limits, maybe I don't know my limits, is very confident when I approach something that I know I can do. It pisses me off when I can't make it happen the way I want it to. Anyway, you saw some hosing. I'm going to do some more hosing off camera because it's always a lot better off camera. It's actually, it's harder to see through the side shot thing too. It takes like, I don't know, 10 degrees or something out of your scope as far as viewing it. So if you're shooting a mongoose or something with it, that's one thing, but trying to shoot faster, it restricts your scope down, and I can see a lot less, 20% less through the scope. So faster without it on there, have more fun without it on there. I just can't record without it on there. It is what it is. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Check out some of the other videos. Yeah, I'm on a little bit of a ranty day today. Take care. So this is what happens when I get frustrated. Post credits here. Reason my gun was shooting like crap is because the bottles are lower, because I'm running the lower because the reg, and I dropped off the reg, and so that changed my point of impact. So I'm down at 125 bar, and normally I'm at 140, and so I was just falling off the reg, screwing all my shots up. Anyway, near to far, double tap, all the big ones. Shooter ready. Stand by.
982, 983, 976, 981, 976, 900, 977, 900,
Double feed.
81, 970, 900, 58, 700, 11. 1,000, 28, 1,000, 27, 1,000, 27, 1,000, 24, 1,000, 28, 1,000, 29, 1,000, 28.